The Nigerian government has revealed plans to inject the sum of 350 billion naira into the country's economy. Speaking to newsmen in Abuja, the nation's capital, Kemi Adeosun, Nigeria's finance minister, said the additional funding on top of the initial 420 billion naira released in May this year is primarily for capital expenditure that would also involve support from local banks and transaction partners. She also noted that the country's plans to borrow a total of 1.8 trillion naira from home and abroad was still in progress.
We're releasing, as I said, another 350 billion. The focus is going to be similar. It will be the same large ministries. However, there will also be funding of about 60 billion to the social intervention program. And that's very important in terms of putting money into people's pocket. Those are the programs that will release cash back, the 5,000 naira to some of the most poor and vulnerable, the homeschool feeding program, which is very, very important. That will also generate some economic activity in a lot of our local governments, with women and maybe even men cooking for the children. And then the N-Power, which is the teacher corps, that's the graduates that will be going into the primary schools as teaching assistants. So they'll begin to get salaries, or stipends I think they're called, from the end of the month. So we've cashed back those programs as well as part of, or we'll be cash backing those programs today as part of the 350 billion naira additional release, which will take our total capital spend over 700 billion. We are raising money. As you know, the Eurobond capital raise is on. We're about to appoint our advisors, so we'll be raising an additional $1 billion. 2 weeks ago, we approved the external borrowing plan. That was very important because if you remember, when we said we would borrow, we said we would borrow the cheapest money first. We have approvals in that plan from the World Bank, from ADB, from GCA, with interest rates as low as 1.5% and tenures as long as 40 years to intervene in some specific areas, which include agriculture, education, health, rebuilding of the Northeast, and there are a lot of, and of course the railway projects that are very key to what we're doing.